DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Oh, it is Sunday. Yeah, am I glad it's Sunday. I spent a little bit of time with you having coffee this morning. What time is it? It's coming up to 7:45, and it's rather cold over here in Switzerland. But I think the weather's is similar to the northern part of the States and Canada. So it was, right now it's -1, but we've had up to like -3. This is Celsius. The last few days, and there was freezing fog in the night. So if you were driving, you had to be really, really careful. Yeah, I'm recovering. Some of you know, actually, I had a particularly, I was going to say long. Take that out of my pocket. Particularly long. I was almost going to call it a mega cataract operation. It wasn't really. It was a cataract operation, and it was like more than a cataract. It was almost like a pebble. The surgeon and his group were, well, you're half awake, and you are awake when you're listening to what's going on, and they ask you if you're okay. And at one point he said, "Wow, we should take a picture of this thing." I don't think they did, but it's a bit amusing. I mean, it took them at least twice as long as a normal cataract operation, and one of the reasons was that they weren't, even when they had prepared the whole operation stuff, they didn't have completely convincing pictures in back of the back of the eye. They could tell that there was something not right. I mean, as he said, there was too much fluid and so on, but he was very confident. I mean, I guess he'd seen things like that before in his life, and it went well, but it took a long time, and for whatever reason, and things like that, there's always delays. So I ended up waiting like close to 5 hours before I actually did get operated. But then, once it was done, I left. I still don't see with this eye. I mean, I see they put air bubbles. There's reasons for that, and which I won't try and get into. But I mean, there's reasons for that amongst others, about the inflammation and what happens and actually when the fluids basically get redistributed in your eye. But I'm not, like I say, it's not a question of discussing that. But until those actual air bubbles are gone, you have to be careful how you sleep. You have to sleep on your side, and since it's this eye has to be kind of up. I can't go into altitude, which makes no big deal actually. Can't fly, and the whole usual things when you've had these type of operations. It's a pain, because right now actually I'm actually seeing worse than I was before. Before it was just kind of a spot, and this time now it's like kind of like you could almost be dizzy, because it's like looking through a bubble and things move. Yeah. Oh, enough talking about those little things. I guess the only thing I'll say is that he put me on a rather long sick leave. Actually, I was surprised, but I guess it's because the fact is he knows that I do a lot of computer work, and the stuff that I do is not really compatible either with forcing the eye. And so he gave me until the 3rd of December, which is a Friday. So normally, I guess the 6th, I should be back at work. So you see, that's a long time. It's certainly longer than the standard operation that for the cataracts. Anyway, I've really spoken more than long enough about that. Wow. Today, my mother-in-law, I'm really changing topics. Today, my mother-in-law is going to be 90. Well, is 90. And there's a party in Canada, so a family meal, vlogger's age. Family meal, and they'll get together. And sometimes, I guess it'll be later on tonight, because if it's a family meal later on, it'll be closer to midnight for us. There'll be they use Messenger a lot, Facebook Messenger. Anyway, but it doesn't really matter. It's a video conferencing tool, and we'll be doing it with them. Yeah, and, say hello. It's sad though in one way. I mean, I remember already, like 40 years ago when she was 50, we had made a party and we had pulled out. Remember this is in Canada, so the drink of the day was Labatt 50. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. Labatt 50, and there was a 50, and we made a lot of big deal about that. So now we're 40 years later on, and there's no Labatt 90. But where I say it's slightly sad, at least in my opinion, is that she was at her home, and now in this passing year they've had to have her placed in a senior's residence. She was having problems with cognition problems, beginning of Alzheimer's, and she doesn't always recognize her family members. Yeah, it's sad. Once you tell her who you are, then she fits it in. There's the doves over there on the tree. Once she knows who you are, she fits it in. But the boys, for example, when they go visit her, they ask who she is and what stuff like that. It's hard when you're in that type of situation, and physically she's still really, really fit. And she'd been working in the store up to basically in the 89th year. But, it was getting to be difficult. Yeah. There was things, and she fell at one point and broke, she fell at one point, actually not even at home, at the hospital, and broke, what was it? I can't remember now exactly. Was it on her arm, or was it her shoulder? I think it was actually closer to, probably around here, I guess. I can't remember, actually. But it doesn't matter. What I'm just saying is that as so many times when you become an elderly person, a fall just kind of changes things, doesn't it? Because there's the whole trauma, there's the shock, they pull you out of your space and so on. And frankly, I've seen the rooms, that they get in the elder residences, and I was a bit shocked. You had all your life, you had something nice, and then you end up basically in a bed with a chair and things like that. You kind of wonder, like, wow, yuck. Anyway, but she is 90. She's going to be with her family. There's going to be a party, and she will get that much. I mean, no doubt about it. But you kind of reminisce a lot of things, when you think like, oh wow. I mean, I've been around in that family like since 1973. It's a long time, some of you weren't born then, and so seen the ups and downs and so on. So it's a celebration time, Okay, everybody. So it's just kind of like one of those Sunday vlogs. Trying to bring you up to par and see how things go. I hope you're all well. I mean, it's winter's coming, and am I looking forward to it? Yes and no. I guess that right now I'm the one who has a certain amount of health issues. They're not big health issues. That's why I'm happy. I'll get over them. Yeah. The main thing is, get a smile, gotta always smile and keep it up and keep going. And I have been talking more than long enough with you, so DC will be signing off. Take care, everybody, and talk to you soon.